Hey everyone, welcome back to day 3 of your Spring Equinox 7-day yoga challenge. My name's Bruce, and before we jump into the practice today, I just wanted to share with you some of the inspiration behind this challenge, especially if you missed it in the promo video. So the first day of spring, or the spring equinox, also coincides or is the same day as Nowruz, which is the Iranian New Year. Traditionally in Nowruz, there is a table arrangement called haft seen. Haft being the number 7 and seen being the letter S. So there's a gathering of seven different items starting with the letter S that have some symbolism or relationship to the coming of spring. Today's practice is inspired by the item sirke, which is vinegar, and in Nowruz, vinegar is symbolic of patience. We can think of patience as something that's helped us endure the longer days of winter, and also a virtue that can help us as we sow and nourish new plans and ideas with this coming season. We'll be diving into a yin class today. I've got 2 blocks. Feel free to use pillows in lieu if you don't have any. Let's get started. We're gonna start off in a butterfly pose. So join the soles of your feet together. And although butterfly looks similar to bound angle pose, I'd like for you to move the feet a bit further away from the pelvis. So if you do have the props, you can place them between the arches of your feet and the forehead, allowing a bit of support for the neck. Okay, if you don't have props, you'll be completely fine to just let the head hang in space. I'm going to take the props here today. And then bringing the hands to come a bit forward, just in front of the ankles, with your palms facing up. You can have the elbows resting along the inner legs. And then allowing your eyes to close. And then just bringing your focus inwards into your body. So cultivating patience goes quite well with the yin practice, as we do find ourselves in each pose for several minutes at a time. And the idea of being still in one posture for a longer duration can be quite challenging for some of us. But you have your breath, and you can use that as an anchor. Simply watching the breath as it moves in and out. And while we're here, there's an idea or concept of letting go. In this case, think of surrendering to the force of gravity. Softening through the entire surface of your skin. Think of your thigh bones, your rib cage, the arm bones, the head as heavy. And then with every exhalation, give yourself permission to let go. to feel that you release some bit of tension that you're holding on to. Your breathing may not necessarily be deep. You can allow it to be a more natural rhythm. But in moments where you feel yourself being challenged physically, you feel yourself mentally challenged, then seeking out or tapping into a deeper breath may be helpful. If you have the props underneath the forehead, now might be a good time to to release them and notice if there's a bit more space, a bit more depth. And we'll take about 3 more breaths. Long in your breath out. Then we'll lift our chin away from the throat. Look forward, open the eyes. And then place your hands on your legs and walk your body so it's upright. If you wish, you can bring your heels a bit closer towards the groins. Hold on to your legs and draw up through your chest. A slight bend of your arms. See if you can go wide in your collarbones. And then cross one ankle behind the other. Let's roll over our knees and come to a child's pose. Just allow your body to rest further. Now let's make our way down onto the belly. Here it might be handy to have one block or cushion nearby. And you're going to place your elbows on the ground, elbows about shoulders distance like you're setting up a Sphinx pose. Take your right hand and bring it behind your left elbow, and then the left hand in front of the right elbow. And then start to walk your hands away from each other. How much you'll be able to do this is going to depend on your body. And then bring your chin to rest over the left upper arm. If this is quite strong for you, you can have the left arm straight ahead or using the block as a bit of a pillow. And when I say that, I mean resting the forehead on top of the block so as to decrease the intensity. And then this space in your upper back, think of opening that up through your breath in. Feel the back of your body expand with each in-breath. And at the same time, being even heavier as you exhale. And as this can be a bit of a stronger pose, this is where it might be helpful for you to focus on breathing deeply. And allow yourself to be patient with your body. Let's stay here for about 3 more long breaths. Gently lift your head. Slowly move your left arm out towards the side. If you have the pillow or the cushion or the block there, you can move it out. And then bring your right arm out to the side. Let's turn our head towards the right. And then lift your head. Place your forearms on your mat. Set up a Sphinx pose. I'll have the block nearby. And then here we go, left hand behind right elbow. Right hand in front of the left elbow. And then begin to walk the hands apart. Walk your hands away from each other. And try to do so in equal measure. And then bringing your head to rest so that the chin is over, in this case, the right upper arm. And if you're using the block, it's underneath your forehead. And if you find that quite challenging for you, you are welcome to bring the right arm completely forward. Let the jaw be soft. Unclench your teeth. Notice if your buttocks are engaging, let them relax. And so there's a bit of closing, or there's this tightness in the upper back. So allow your breath in to open. Allow your breath in to widen the space behind your heart. Notice here the breathing is deep for myself. This is a bit of a stronger posture for me. So if you would like, do the same. Focus again on that exhale breath. Let go. Coming into one more deep breath in. Open the mouth, exhale. Allow your head to lift. Slowly move your right arm out towards the side. Move the block or the cushion. Left arm out to the side, and then we can turn our head left. And then you're welcome to come into child's pose or downward dog. Let's see how you feel here. And then let's meet on our shin bones. Sit up. Cross the ankles and bring both legs forward. So we're going to go into a pose called dragonfly, which is essentially a wide-legged forward fold. One of my feet might be cut off here, but nevertheless, sit with your legs wide. And if in sitting with your legs in front of you, you round your back or you feel like you're leaning back, you can place one block underneath the pelvis or the cushion. Or you can bend your knees, allowing your knees to bend so there is this tilting of the pelvis forward. Okay? So go ahead, let's do that. Let's move our body forward. Now, how much your upper body is able to tilt, or how close your upper body is to the floor, is going to depend on your body. Some of you actually will be a bit more upright. But if you're a bit closer to the floor and you have the block or cushion available to you, you might decide to rest it underneath your head. Okay, wherever you happen to be, what I would like for you to check with is that your quadriceps, or the muscles that run down the front of your thighs, they are soft. Okay, you might notice that they're trying to contract as a way to essentially keep you from going forward. Use your breathing, use your breath to communicate to the nervous system that it's okay to be here. What I will say is, for my friends who are a bit more challenged in this pose, you feel like you're not making any progress, again, here's where patience comes in. The effects may not be so immediate. They may not be so noticeable, at least from a physical standpoint. But even just being here with your body mostly still, with yourself staying connected with the passing breath, there is benefit, there's change. We're going to stay here for about 1 more minute. Notice where you are now relative to when we first came into this pose. Where you're at mentally now relative to when we first started the practice. Long through your exhale. Let's take a big breath in. Open the mouth. So I'm going to lay out a couple of options for you. This is our last pose. If it feels nice or relatively comfortable for you, why don't you stay another minute or two? For those of you coming out, you can bring your hands on your mat, push into the floor, lift the spine. We're going to slowly reach our hands underneath the knees, pull our thighs towards the stomach, and then sit with your legs crossed. Okay, if you're with me coming out of the pose, we're going to twist to the right. And then release the twist, and then turn to the left. And then come back to center, letting your arms rest comfortably, finding length through the spine. Joining both of the hands together in prayer. In gratitude to this practice for helping us cultivate more patience, bow the head down. Thank you all, and I'll see you tomorrow.